attractive man, then you never have to let anybody know that you know. That is the first order of business, is that you have to act surprised. Someone tells you that, you say thank you. You say, oh, wow, or you just act like it's not something you hear all the time. Because the reality is, as an attractive man, mind you, it's a good problem to have, right? It's not something to lament. However, it is important to kind of understand what position it puts you in. And that is that you're going to get attention, whether you want it or not. It's inevitable. It's just the nature of beauty, of being attractive, especially as a man, because unfortunately, it can be a bit of a problem in the sense that you're going to get shots coming at you from both sides, right? Men are going to resent you, and women will as well. And so that's the problem, is that people think that you didn't earn whatever position you're in. They think, oh, everything came easy to this person. This person is granted special privileges because of their beauty or their attractiveness. Things are easy for you, essentially, right? They think that you didn't have to earn anything. They think that you don't know anything. They insult your intelligence, or think you don't have the wits about you. They will character assassinate you. And so before people even meet you, they already have a certain assumption about you. And so it comes from a place not of power, but of frustration, of resentment. And so you got to keep that in mind as well. The other thing is too, is like the funny part is, being an attractive guy is, typically you would think, if you're not an attractive guy, you're going to be looking from the outside and thinking to yourself, well, you're going to get all the girls. And that's not necessarily the case. Unfortunately, you typically will get tortas, which are heavy set fat women, or gay guys are usually the aggressive parties in the scenario. And it's either that's all you're getting, or everybody that's out there is either fat and gay. I'm not sure. But the thing is too, is about being an attractive guy, is that you actually have to work a little bit harder, because typically the easy thing to do is just to let people come your way. And if you're not doing the choosing, then someone's going to be choosing you. And so I know plenty of examples of good looking guys that I'm just like, bro, are you not aware of your position in the marketplace? Because you'll see them with subpar looking women, and then you realize, like, oh, this guy doesn't realize his value, or he's going the easy route, right? He doesn't want to work hard, because typically if you're a good looking guy, you don't have to work as hard, and you'll get these chubby chasers that are out here looking for you. And so you really have to push yourself, because I've even been on the butt of that end, where I will be, I would have dated a girl, and I knew deep down, I'm like, dude, we're not even looks matched. Like, I'm way better looking than this homegirl. Like, and online dating has allowed that to happen, because you got a lot of average looking women trying to pursue above average looking men. And so the optics are so off. Like, you can go on a date and you're just like, how is this even possible that I'm the good looking one of the party? Like, it should be you. The woman is supposed to be the pretty one, the beautiful one, not me. Like, this is a distorted version of reality. And the only reason that's even happened is because of online spaces. And like, historically, I've seen it. Like, the guys that end up going out with women that are less attractive than them, it really just comes down to the fact that they've never learned to have to work hard, right? Because if you're an ugly guy, if you're an unattractive man, you have to push yourself. You have to really get good at something. You have to develop some skills. You got to get good at speaking. And so if you're just gonna coast off your looks as a man, you're in big trouble, because it's just not the way that the sex operates. As a man, beauty is second order. I think there has to be a body of work. You either have to sort of chisel yourself into a fighter, into an artist, into some type of endeavor that will make you different. So you're not just riding off that, because it's just not enough. You're not a woman. You can't just coast off of those things. And look, in a world full of uglies, you're the ugly one. that's the irony of being beautiful, is that in a world where everyone is unattractive or average at best, then you stand out like a sore thumb. Until, guess what? It's a good problem to have, but until you go to other parts of the world. I remember I went to Greece, and it was eye-opening to say the least. I mean, there was a lot of beauty, right? I went to Greece and I was like, whoa, there's a lot of beauty. And I've traveled extensively ever since, and I realized there's like hotbeds of beauty around the world, and it just so happens that I'm just not in one of them. That's just the reality. But there's tons of beauty in the world, and you just come to the realization that, like, the reason that even happens here, right, in America, there's a lot of resentment towards good-looking people, is that the idea is that you had it easy and you didn't have to work towards anything, and opportunities were handed to you on a platter, breakfast in bed, the luxuries of the rich, even when surely things have been a little bit easier for me than probably someone that's unattractive, for sure. I'm not doubting that in many different ways, but it's also been because I've been humble about it. I haven't been an asshole about it. I've been very appreciative of the position I've been in, blessed and favored by forefathers and God. But I've also had to work for it as well. It wasn't just like, all right, because I'm not like drop dead gorgeous either, right? And so I definitely still have to do some work, but I have noticed a difference that, like, I've had friends that were ugly, and I just realized, like, they could not get away with doing or saying some of the things that I've said, just by that sheer nature of just the respect that comes with the fact that, like, oh, this is an attractive guy, so he can call me whatever he wants, or he can say whatever he wants, or he can grab my butt if he wants to, and I'm not going to smack him, But if an ugly guy tried to do the same thing, it's like that whole meme where a good-looking guy says hello and an ugly guy says hello. The one that's good looking is obviously going to be reciprocated, and the ugly one's going to be called a creep. It's really just about optics. And so it does get your foot in the door, but make no mistake about it. If you are an attractive man, you have to work 10 times harder, because that's unfortunately a crutch. Unless you're cool with going out with fat girls or with gay guys, because mind you, I've had plenty of gay guys try to slide into DMs, and I'm just like, bro, like, what the hell's going on? Like, I don't think I've ever pushed sort of that agenda. I don't think I've ever even gave an inkling of attractiveness towards other men. So they'll shoot their shot, and so will the fatties, because fatties, that's what they want. A pretty girl doesn't need an attractive man. She gets all the attention anyhow. So it's a bit of a weird place to be. You might even be better off being unattractive in many ways. And I say that politely, but being unattractive will actually get you attention in the other direction. And so you would have to purposely have to strive, and you'd have to, increase your status. You'd have to dress better. You'd have to really focus on the shiny things to make yourself stand out. And things that maybe a good-looking guy wouldn't have to do. Okay? Like, I had a buddy of mine. The buddy calls me on the phone, and he's like, hey, and you mind you, I mean, he's talking to me. He's like, hey, don't get upset if we go out and I get all the attention. And I'm just like, bro, do me the favor. I hung up on his desk because I'm like, bro, like, you act like that's what I need. I don't need the validation. I'm perfectly comfortable with where I am, and I don't need to beat you at some kind of contest. Like, if you want it, you could have it. It's not the game I'm trying to play. And I just thought it was hilarious that he did that to me. And because in his mind, he thought he was a cutie. But the problem is with a guy like that thinks he's attractive, is that he's lazy. He's lazy because he hasn't earned anything, right? And everything comes easy to him. And as a result, has never really had to push himself to do anything outside of his comfort zone. DoorDash, Uber Eats, orders clothes from online, gets a girl through the dating apps, has people come over, works from home. So you imagine, like, has a cleaning lady. I mean, Buddy doesn't have to get off his rocker ever. So it's like total leisure, total sort of Mediterranean slumber, eternal napping, if you will. And so what happens with the guy like that is that as soon as he comes up against a woman that has a little bit of resistance, he buckles and then can't keep him around. And then he's forced to have to, you know, look for guys on Grindr. I don't know for sure, but you know, but see, this is the thing. So very important thing to keep in mind is that if you're a good looking guy, you really need to work hard on focusing on your other attributes that are not just physical. Yes, I know looks maxing is kind of in season, but it's all the other things that really do matter. Yes, that'll get your foot in the door. That'll be the attention grabber. That'll be the penny dropper, the penny dropper, right? Not the penny dropper, and that will sort of, you know, that will get you the starting point. It'll get you there, right? But you need something else to carry you forward. And that's the lesson there, right? Is never let anybody know that you're an attractive man. I hope this helps, and I'll see you in the next one.